Hello, I'm no nerd, and in this Console.log vlog, I'm going to talk a bit about some libraries and frameworks that you might want to use to, if you're, say, an artist or a creative type, and you want to use sort of creative coding to create something with JavaScript. So I'm going to just talk quickly about 5 different tools you might want to explore, which you can use to create coding. So the first one is something that I did a tutorial on, which is Paper.js. So what is Paper.js? Here you ask. Let's go direct to the website and read aloud what it is. An open source vector graphic scripting framework that runs on top of the HTML5 canvas, offering a scene graph, document object model, and a lot of powerful functionality for working with vector graphics and Bezier curves, all neatly wrapped up in a well-designed, consistent and clean programming interface. So in a nutshell, it basically makes it easy to sort of create graphical experiences. So for example, I'll just show you this on here. We've got I designed like a very simple tutorial on how to create a drawing tool. It's actually, I think, maybe 15-20 lines of JavaScript. It's very simple to get used to, and you can do more obviously advanced things than that. Like for example, we've got a sound harmogram which visualizes music, so you can do sort of projects like that with this. It's not too hard to get your head around. It's fairly simple to use, and obviously it's got a lot of potential for work you can do with it. Okay, next up, this is probably quite a common library that you'll hear talked about, Free.js. So it's like a WebGL JavaScript library you can use to create 3D graphics in browser. And this is really quite a powerful tool. I've done quite a few projects with this, like head controls, space head controls demo I did, and some other bits and bobs. Basically, it allows you to create 3D graphics in your browser experiences, and there's a lot you can dive into in the documentation. There's tons of examples you can look at. That's where you learn most of the fundamentals of Free.js. So yeah, that is well worth checking out. I'll show a demo, I guess, up on screen, just for what you can achieve with this thing. And it's a very useful skill to have commercially as well, because for like sort of creative 3D programs that 3D web apps, Free.js is going to be utilized somewhere in there. Next up's in a similar vein, A-Frame. Now I love this thing, primarily because of its ease of use. Like if you want to just knock up something really fast with 3D graphics, it's using HTML. So A-Frame, it's basically like sort of doing HTML, but it comes out 3D. It's a very cool tool. It's very easy to get the hang of, and to get something up and simple running, it doesn't really take that long to get it up and going. So I'd thoroughly recommend checking out A-Frame. And then fourth, we have Play Canvas. Now I've been involved in Play Canvas building for quite some time actually. I got into it about 5 years ago, I think, when it first emerged on the scene, probably even 6 years ago, I can't remember exactly now. It's a while back. But Play Canvas is like a WebGL engine. It's cloud-based as well, so it's quite interesting in the sense that it's cloud-based. So you can basically access the editor from anywhere in the world. They've recently also upped the storage you can use for accounts, which is very useful, because before it was a bit limited in the amount of sizing projects, but now they've amped up a bit. So it's basically an editor you can use online. He's used JavaScript for the programming part of it, and it's a really cool engine. I think it's top notch. I've done a few projects on it, one of which I'll just show here quickly. And then finally we have P5, which is the one I'm least familiar with, but it looks pretty cool. So it's basically a library for creative coding with a focus on making coding accessible and inclusive for artists, designers, educators, beginners, and anyone else. So this would be very much one for like your arty parties, who I am a member of, by the way. I'm not mocking you. So it's got a full set of drawing functionality. You're not limited to your drawing canvas. So yeah, let me just show an example of what that can do. So there's all sorts of stuff you can do with this, like visualizations, and I guess in a lot of respects, again, the only limitation is your imagination for what you can do, really. Okay. So those are a few five creative coding applications, tools that you can use to get into creative coding with JavaScript. Hope it's been useful. I've been Not a Nerd. Like and subscribe. I'm looking especially Seth Rogen in this video. I nearly need to shave soon. But I hope that's been useful in some sense and you've got something out of this. Yeah,